Alright, here I am. It's time for... I'm going to be playing The Sims 2. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it because this game has been... I finally got it working again. There were some graphical issues. I have it set up so it uses Vulkan instead of DirectX, which does help with the stability for some reason. Because yes, this game was originally meant with built with Windows XP in mind, so my GPU isn't immediately recognized. Because with Sims 2 and other EA games at the time, they had a specific approved list for graphics cards, which would get updated with each expansion pack, I think. Meanwhile, after a certain generation, it stopped being updated, which means I've had that with a 10 series at least. Now I'm on a 30 series, so it wasn't on the list. I had to manually add it back in. Add my card in. So, how about I show you how I've gotten, how well it works. Go into my... I'm launching it via Steam, even though it's not really a Steam game. Let's see how well it works. Wait. Sims. Yes, I have Reshade, so yeah, if only they put it on Steam, but no, they don't want to. They don't want to support this old of a game. Sims 3, however, is still on Steam. And in fact, I think it would be cheaper to actually rebuy everything on Steam than it is to complete the collection on my on EA. I have to figure out what neighborhood. Control Shift F10. Okay, I forgot what my. Oh, that doesn't show. Good to know. Oh, Reshade doesn't pick up. Reshade doesn't get picked up. What neighborhood should we start with? Because yes, this is The Sims. Let me just also turn this on because I am in a voice chat. I'm in a voice chat right now. Now to figure out what to do. Should I do Pleasant View? Should I do Strange Town? Oh!
Okay, so I should probably be playing Test Drive Limited Solar Crown demo because it's the last day of it being live, but kind of got a critical childhood notification tingle thingy going on.
What happened?
You're playing one of my childhood games.
Yeah, and I somehow got it working.
Yeah, well, somehow I can tell you're using mods.
Yeah, I have it modded, but that's mostly graphical stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the graphical stuff is where most of the bugs are.
Changing the UI, that sort of stuff.
Also, are these the only 3 neighborhoods you've got? Because if you have the expansion packs, there should be...
I have Belladonna Cove, Desiderata Valley, River Blossom Hills, Pleasant View, Strangetown, and Veronaville.
Yeah, well, Pleasant View, Strangetown, and Veronaville were from the original game.
Or base game,
Belladonna Cove was from Apartment Life, or... Yeah,
I don't know the
called
names of all the
Apartment Life.
expansions.
Desiderata
Desiderata
Village Valley is from Free Time, and River Blossom Hills is from Seasons.
Ah.
All
Which
the
one
other
would you recommend?
expansions have... I personally always like playing at Belladonna Cove.
There's Apartment.
Yeah. But to be fair, I say that because Apartment Life was the first Sims 2 expansion pack that I owned. Yeah, so...
Desiderata Valley.
Well, there's only 3 additional towns you can select. You might already see the icons, but with The Sims 2 Bon Voyage, you can make holiday destinations, and there's 3 of those you can make. I think... I don't know if it's called Open to Business or something. But
Probably
that's
open
where
to,
you can
yeah,
make
it's open
shopping,
to business.
shopping district. Nightlife, you can make downtown for an outgoing location, and university, you can make, you guessed it, universities. And of universities, there's also 3 of them you can make.
How about we do River Blossom Hills?
You can do that. And you can always plunk down an apartment building.
I always love this. I always have nostalgic memories of this font in particular.
You know, it's a weird thing to say, but I've always been quite fond of this loading screen, because this was part of the days when games would still tell you how much they're done loading. Even if it isn't accurate. I like to know when
how
my
far
game
along we
is
are.
loaded.
And also just what step they're on, basically.
Yeah,
I think
because
this
what
is
it's
all
doing
done
right
in
now-
sequence.
Yeah, and what it's doing right now, it's basically installing some dependency files for the expansion packs, and it only does this once. For each city.
For each neighborhood, yeah. Boy.
Also, you have the Origin version, right?
Yeah, I do.
Could you take a look in your settings?
What settings?
Just these settings.
Oh, in wait.
The sound settings are what I'm curious at.
I cranked down the volume on the music.
Yeah, could you scroll down a bit with the genres?
Depeche Mode.
What does New Age have? Yeah, I think I know how they made this version free. They basically put every song that was going to give them problems, they just patched it out.
Every copyrighted track.
Yeah. Although oddly enough, Hot and Cold by Katy Perry is still in there in the
What track was
in the pop
what
genre.
channel? Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm turning that one off just in case.
You might as well just tune out music in that case, because I'm pretty sure that every song is copyrighted in one way or the other, even if it's the Simlish version of it.
Yeah, I should just turn off everyone that has an artist in front of them.
Yeah. And to be fair, Sims that aren't yours are kind of prone to open a salsa channel for whatever reason. Like, that's the only channel that some Sims seem to listen to. It's kind of one of those things I didn't notice when I played it originally, but as I started replaying it, I was like, oh, this is getting annoying. Although it's still better than The Sims 3, because in The Sims 3, the one channel that a lot of Sims seems to
Hey,
turn
Natasha
to,
Bedingfield made a song for The Sims?
I guess.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, in The Sims 3, and particularly in The Sims 3 University Life,
Pussycat Dolls, of course.
It feels like all the Sims, or all the, like, students, are attached to the fucking
They love
children's channel. I don't know why that is, and it's super fucking annoying.
I'm tempted to just turn off the salsa channel completely. Just to save myself the headache.
I mean, I would say turn down the music, but that means you get to miss out on the amazing soundtrack The Sims 2 has.
Yeah, in that case, I'm just turning off all the songs that have an artist in front of them. Which means I also need to go into the metal. Playing my teas. Literally every band was chomping at the bit to join in with this.
But I also believe there was a punk channel, and I don't even see that in there. So like,
Force of memory. There we go. Turn off that. Bam, bam. Next. Oh, I feel like College Rock is gonna be a. Yep, College Rock is completely gone. House Mix.
House Mix only had. Oh, for a moment it seems like House Mix only had one song.
Yeah. Well, what in oldies? Classical.
I think oldies and classical are probably public domain.
Yeah, oldies and classical are probably safe. New Wave, Depeche Mode, Howard Jones. I mean, Depeche Mode. That's new wave stuff. Shopping, I'm keeping that one on there because that song is like, that's iconic.
I cannot hear
Indie
it
once
because
again
my-
also gets completely turned. Indie Wave is getting completely turned off. Big Band is good. Reggae gets completely turned off, unfortunately. Surf can stay. World, boom, 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 boom. Also gets completely disabled. Country, click, 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 and that's it. New Age, that stays. These get turned off. The string cheese incident.
We don't talk about the string cheese incident.
And for the and this is the background and this is background music for shop for buy mode.
Yeah, I'm telling you though, The Sims 2 is one of those games where I just open up the shop menu or like the buy menu. Not
I'm
because
keeping
I
the
plan to buy something, but
I'm
just
keeping
because
these
I want
on.
to listen to it.
I am keeping all of these on. I'm not
Well,
touching
like
that.
you know that, like
This
you know that meme of the cropped out cat that's like bobbing their head to something. That's me when I'm in The Sims 2 buy mode.
hell yeah. Let's see, does this work? Damn straight it does.
Seems to. Am I getting?
But yeah, this
sound?
song was my jam.
Oh yeah. It's more of a sensation guy.
This one is just this one was used in the console version.
Yeah. Could you listen to Sensation because I think I have a pretty funny story about that.
Where's SimStation?
No, it's in the buy music. Yeah. So in a Sims 2 Pets on DS, this is
just
the only
cranked
song that plays.
Wait, what? Seriously?
Yeah.
And then for
Because I do believe that The Sims 2 on DS was a budget. Like a lot of the DS games were
Or budget
on the
versions.
Like the only game where I felt like that wasn't the case was with The Sims 3.
yeah. I mean, I have Sims 2 Pets on PSP.
Yeah, I never played the PSP game.
Hey, if you want, you
Mainly
can
because
borrow
I
it.
never had a PSP.
Hey, if you want, you can borrow mine.
Nah, I'll wait until I finally have that Galaxy Tab A9 Plus, the one I've been planning to get because it fits right in my hip bag. Once I do that, I'll just dump a couple of emulators on there.
Grab a controller
I know
clip.
that. Well, no, because I'll just get a case, which means I can make it stand up and just use my Xbox controller. Or if I want to be more pure about it, PS4.
Yeah. Or, yeah, DualShock 4, or in my case, I can also use the DualSense. Which honestly feels,
Yeah.
I feel is a lot more comfortable than the DualShock 4 in my hands.
The Sims 2 on DS is a 64 megabyte cartridge. And then,
It's compact, isn't it?
no, that's pretty big for a DS game.
Yeah,
I
but
think the biggest DS game is the DS version of Resident Evil, and that comes on a 128 megabyte cartridge.
and because it's all binary, it's a binary package. You can basically forget about slimming that down.
Yeah. Sims 2 Apartment Pets is apparently only on a 16 megabyte cartridge.
Yep.
Causeway is apparently a 64 megabyte, just because it's barely not 32 megabytes. And The Sims 2 Pets is, yeah, that's 10.39, so that's the smallest version it has.
And let's be honest, I said Lemon Jelly Art of the Sim is one of my jams because it was in the console edition, and that's the one I primarily played before I got the PC version of The Sims 3. This was the true jam.
Oh, and The Sims 3, I can apparently not see how big that game is on the DS because it's one of those games that got taken off of redacted.net.
Ah, yes, because of copyright.
Yeah, which is kind of strange because I don't think that EA is one of those companies that really cares about their
Blame
stuff.
Nintendo.
I mean, obviously they don't support it, but like
It's
EA realizes that
it's
if you
basically
cannot
abandonware at this point.
basically
It is
EA
abandonware at this
certainly ain't
point.
doing anything with it.
Yeah,
I mean, no,
EA has
I
this
mean, the
in
only
their
way,
system, but it doesn't. They don't let you buy it anymore.
unless you're on a Mac.
Yeah, and even then, it's still just the X60. It's still basically the 32-bit version, which means I think it's end the road for The Sims 2
It's
when
nope. There
Rosetta 2
is
gets
a there
basically
on
when they have.
on the Mac App Store
Did Aspire make
for
an?
I think 28.99. You can buy the Sims 2 Complete Edition, 64-bit version. They updated it to be 64-bit.
Good job, Aspire. But
Are you
when
sure
but
that's Aspire and not just like
yes,
I don't know
it was
some tweaks
Aspire
in the
because EA didn't do the same for PC.
well, yeah, but that's because like I don't know. I find it's so weird. Like, where are they? It's EA we're talking about. So like, they're a PC company. So why is the best way or the only way to legitimately play The Sims 2 on a fucking Mac, or if you were lucky enough or had the knowledge that they were gonna give the game away if you put like a phrase in the origin code redeem menu.
Ooh, I'm getting frame drops. Yeah. I'm guessing that it's gonna be end of the line when Apple decides, yep, you should have ported your software to exclusively run on Apple Silicon. We're not supporting x86 anymore.
I mean, I do believe that the moment they stop supporting x86 is when they're gonna get a lot of bitching.
I mean, I think they got that with when they went from PowerPC to Intel as well, and they shut down Rosetta 1.
Yeah. I do know that when they suspended support for 32-bit applications,
They got a lot of bitching, yeah.
Like my father, he used to have a MacBook Air for his work. They bought like a batch of used MacBooks that have 8 gigabytes of RAM. So at the time the good ones.
At the time,
but then they updated it to not allow for 32-bit applications, and he wasn't allowed to update his computer. And as you might be able to tell, that is a huge security concern. MacBook or not.
Yep. Okay, which one should we do? Roth, the Hale one.
You're not making your own family?
Oh wait, yeah, you can do. Oh yeah, you can do that. Let me load.
Pretty much the point of it.
Omake, Critter, Rosalind, Swami, Otomas. New family. Chat. Let's do this. Yeah, I enabled some redeems on Twitch as well. Including one where you can get automatically timed out if you hit. Where you can just say.
I like waiting. I like waiting for till I have enough coins to get the ones that are really expensive.
You mean like emote only or guide the raid? Because
Do you even
Because
have that?
I have guide the raid
I
enabled.
never.
I have timeout
never
and
liked
emote
the,
only set up so they automatically get triggered.
Yeah, I don't really like guiding people to raid because, like, I don't want to feel like I'm forcing my interests onto other people. Like, if we have the same interests, that's fine, but I'm not gonna go like, hey, you should give this person more credit in Sun or whatever.
Yeah, in my case, it's just suggest. Make a suggestion. Whether I follow that suggestion is entirely up to me.
Speaking of suggestions, last name the Hedgehog.
You sure?
Yeah, let's make some cursed stuff.
I don't want to do absolutely cursed stuff, no.
Look, you can make blue Sims. Alright? You know you have to do it.
Please, no. Hey, this scene is actually basically the same on... I think this scene is the same across all versions of The Sims.
Somewhat.
Because I think The Sims 2 on console actually did the genetics up here.
I tried playing The Sims on console, but like, I'm really impatient, and
What?
in the console versions of The Sims, it's like, it takes so long to make even a simple change.
Let's hit the randomizer. I mean, The Sims... Sims 2, it's kind of Uncanny Valley already, so...
Yeah.
Imagine if you could import your save from The Sims 1 and then just make another generation in The Sims 2.
Would be a pretty fun, interesting thing to do, but
They don't.
eh.
I think it was in The Sims 2 where it actually had it set up so where the development had to basically start from scratch because the server burned down. Was that Sims 2 or was that Half-Life? I'm not sure anymore.
Could be both. I do know that The Sims 2 over The Sims 1 is like a huge overhaul and is a massive improvement in pretty much every way.
What should I pick to start? Lol. Or why you little? That smile creeps me out.
It looks like Asus ROG is making a Razer Kishi.
Oh god. They're making their own little controller clip, aren't they?
Yeah.
I have a Gen 1 of that, Xbox version specifically. Means it has all the Xbox glyphs, but except for L2,
Part of me
R2.
does feel like I should probably get one of these days, but then I
Cloud
realize.
gaming.
But then I realize, oh, that's right. I don't like cloud gaming, and I
Or
don't commute
emulation.
that much anymore.
Plus, I have Steam Deck.
I'm still unsure if I want to get a Steam Deck. I mean, on one hand, it's an amazing platform and it's definitely impressive. But on the other hand,
Logitech G
I know
Cloud
my
would be interesting because that would be fun for remote play.
like selling my soul to Tencent.
Or something or maybe something similar.
No. And it's a damn shame because I'm quite into Logitech's products.
Yeah, it's one of the
I'm
downsides. I
I'm
mean,
looking
right
at
now,
forks.
by saying this, I'm probably torpedoing any chance I have of a sponsorship. But
Yeah, but look,
again-
I'm looking at four Logitech products right now. I've probably got some more somewhere in this room.
heck, I can also just say I vouch for Logitech. I vouch if you need some equipment and you have the funds available, Logitech, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Well, unless it's their microphones, which are actually blue, which are actually garbage. Get Elgato instead. I'm looking
True,
at two
but
of those
I'm
products
using-
right now.
I'm currently using a Blue Yeti Classic, so. And do I sound terrible?
No, but I think you could do better with the Wave 3.
True. And camera-wise, I'm using an iPhone
you know,
10R.
You know, it's not like you sound like you've got the microphone like right in front of your mouth, and then you're one of those people who doesn't know that they can mute their mic while they can eat chips. I fucking hate those. I fucking hate those people.
I know, right? Plus, I always have NVIDIA Broadcast sitting in the way just to make sure any background noise gets filtered out.
I mean, that's a pretty nifty feature. If it works.
And boy, does it work most of the time.
Until it doesn't.
And then it sounds absolutely atrocious. I mean, let me just
I do
quickly
feel
give
like-
you the...
I do feel like the feature of NVIDIA Broadcast that I used the most was the one where it would like remove your background. That was a godsend when I used to stream from my kitchen.
Honestly? Yeah, I know.
Like,
Plus,
I
I
still remember-
extensively used NVIDIA Broadcast during school when I got my current main laptop.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't necessary because I know that Teams has its own background removal tool.
Yeah, but I found the Teams background removal being a bit subpar. It was a bit subpar, and I had the
mean-
GPU anyway.
Yeah, the problem with Teams is that they have to make it
Work on
But
anything.
they also have to make sure that it doesn't
Hog
like,
resources.
burn a hole in your CPU. Because keep
Yeah.
in mind that for a lot of the people that Microsoft is targeting only have a CPU, not a GPU.
Exactly. My noise suppression was probably the best in the class.
Yeah.
And I sometimes just put a little... I usually put a nice little background on it as well.
Yeah, I know that I would totally do something different. You know, like put a shark or something behind me.
Yeah, I would normally just put something like a bright blue sky or a beach.
Yeah.
Or perhaps an office, if I really wanted to feel like a piece of corpo trash.
Unfortunately, there's always the people who also know how to use it and use it in a not so nice way. Like I
Yeah.
still remember when I tried to follow education again back in 2021 at the Hoeren Zone. One of my-
For context, we have a college here in the Netherlands called Horizon.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we always
but of course, one of my classmates just had to try to be funny, and he made his background Auschwitz.
That's just a case where you would say, "Grow up."
Yeah. Anyway, are you still gonna make your sim?
Oh yeah, let's get first up. Let's save the naming until the end. These are basic heads.
Take the one right. Take the one on the right top side, and name him Chad.
God damn it. God damn it.
Chad is a normal name.
That still scares me every time. Hairstyles. Hats fall under hairstyles. Hats fall under hairstyles. Wait, rainbow? Oh, that's that sort of stuff.
Okay, that doesn't look very Chad.
No, that looks like a crazy maniac. Let's use my newsboy. This is one thing I don't like, how it just skips instead of doing it smoothly. Meaning it's actually more efficient to do it like this.
The best thing is that that's not even like a funny mod. That's actually in the game.
That's a DLC.
Yeah. Well, can you really call it DLC?
Expansion pack. Oh,
I missed the days where
propeller
things were
cap, let's
simpler.
go.
And that was in the main game.
That is base game.
Yeah.
And you can also change the face. Boing. Just the animation.
These animations I was quite fond of. When
You know what?
played
I'm
it the
calling
first
him
time.
Wheel Boy. That's makeup. Face. Just the animations when changing the preset. Hey, mucker.
You can accompany that with the Wii Fit very fat sound
Bob,
effect.
bob, bob. Wait, I think I can grab that audio clip real quick. Bob, 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 bob. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, I found it. Let me just unmute Microsoft Edge from my mix line here. So I can just play that audio clip here. Let me just get... Where was it? There. There we go.
Like some of these faces are really, some of these faces are like really uncanny.
Yeah, it's very much a case of uncanny valley.
Yeah.
Especially side on. Elf.
I mean, I do like myself some elf ears. They've got their charm.
Yep. Let me just... Yeah, I'm sticking with the base. Forehead and eyes. Hey! That sound... Can I just... Look, there's clipping. Eyes. You can just make something absolutely atrocious.
Can make him look like he's suffering from permanent tiredness. Finally, sir. Jesus. Being honest though, eyes are something I usually don't change in The Sims because the base eyes are 9 out of 10 times the eyes that I select. Like a lot of times I just notice they really don't fit the character I'm making.
You can actually make something absolutely cursed.
Yeah. Although then again, if I want to make something cursed, I just take these sliders and put everything to the right.
Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Like this.
Yeah.
I had to do 3 clicks to reset it. Oh. The nose. You can really fuck around with the nose, huh?
There's a lot of things you can fuck around with.
Just. Let's see how cursed we can make this one. Oh, that look. Oh, that's just disturbing. I'm changing that one back to just base. And very cursed chin. Let's go. That's one thing we can do. Wait. Dun 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 dun. Dun.
You give him an ass chin?
I mean, that's technically a possibility, but no, wait, you can't. You cannot do that. However, you can do this. Let's not. No. 4! Makeup. No, no makeup. Let's just do glasses.
Also, could you go one back?
This?
I think this version of the game also doesn't include the H&M pack, which makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
There's also an IKEA one. Like, remember when they did
I
product
think the
placement
IKEA one
and-
is still in here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Nah, it's still something I find kind of funny though, thinking back. Like, remember a time when we would surround ourselves with product placement and actually pay for it?
Beard. Look at that big ass beard.
Like, you'd think that IKEA would just pay them and they put it in update, but no, they made an actual. Like,
They made an
stuff pack.
entire expansion. I think The Sims 4 also has something like that.
Yeah, but in The Sims 4, I do believe if they have something, they just put it in. Because The
What's
Sims
this?
4 has got a lot of patches over the days.
Sims
Over
3
the
had a
years.
free pack with free downloadable content with Renault
Yeah.
for their electric
As a matter of-
vehicles.
As a matter of fact, I do remember that if you got the Renault Twizy, it would actually give you a discount on your overall bills.
Yeah, because you were being environmentally friendly.
But I think my favorite DLC car from from Sims 2, from Sims 3 has to be
Ooh, right.
the retro ride car. I don't know exactly which one it's based on, but I think it's a Ford Mustang without it being a Ford Mustang. It has like that shiny vintage coating,
Is it vintage?
and it's just one of my more favorite cars. Also because it's quite a cheap one. It's only 5,000 simoleons, and if you put that next to the fucking cheapest
Yeah,
car
and the
with-
gorilla suit. I'm gonna click
Yeah,
away
I
with
would
that one
hate
right
it.
away. Cause that's yikes.
was about to say those nipples might get you in trouble.
Yeah, that's Twitch for you. I should see if I
Yeah.
can disable them.
Where telephone?
Just townies might pick them. The
Oh no. Townies don't do such a thing.
Never glad.
Anything, you can always just go to the cheat menu, type in move objects on, and just delete them.
Just saying, get out of here.
Which sounds kind of cruel, but you know that's the kind of thing we do with slots.
Excuse me.
Nah, I'm just fucking around.
Let's go with this, just as basic as possible. Suit.
Wait, hang on. Could you go back to everyday outfit? Okay, for a moment I thought he wasn't wearing any shoes.
Sandals.
So he's still not wearing shoes.
True. I'm gonna go ahead and go into one. Oh, this game didn't separate out the shoes into its own category, of course. Here it was just
Yeah,
tops
that's
and
a Sims
bottoms.
3 thing.
That was introduced with Sims 3. Yeah. Excuse me.
It's like a whole bunch of other things that eventually The Sims 4 would get rid of. And I'm not
think
bitter
Sims
about
4
it,
still
but
had-
I'm
Sims
definitely
4 did
bitter
still-
about it.
I think this is H&M stuff.
You sure? Oh yeah. Also, it does have H&M stuff still in there.
Yeah. Like, you can actually get an entire suit. Just fancy. Bimsness.
I think that's from Nightlife.
Yeah. This is base game, as is this. Also, Santa suit, let's go.
That might have been a thing from the Christmas stuff pack.
Yeah, but it doesn't indicate it.
Well, I don't think that one is indicated, because if you're using the Sims 2 launcher, which got installed if you updated the game,
No, there's no launcher.
wouldn't-
Sims
it
2
wouldn't-
immediately
it
drops
w-
it in.
no, originally if you had expansions or stuff packs, you would have the Sims 2 launcher.
Of course, Sims 2 Ultimate Collection doesn't have that, because
No, but in the launcher, you had it did show you which expansion packs or stuff packs you did and didn't have. Christmas
Sims-
stuff was never listed in there.
yeah, 3 and 4 also have that turned on. Have a launcher that's, or at least no. Sims 4 actually shows you what you have and don't have in the game itself.
Yeah,
Sims
because
3, however, does
Origin
have
is
a launcher.
because Origin is a launcher for The Sims 4.
Yeah, Sims
But
3
I-
was right on that border.
Yeah, but one thing I did like, or one memory I do have from when I was a kid, was when I realized that I could just, once The Sims 3 is loaded, I could
Close the
pin
launcher.
I could pin the executable itself to the taskbar. So I found a way to bypass the launcher, and I felt so clever when I did that.
Unfortunately, then they updated the game and broke
Nope.
that.
Nope, it always worked.
Wait, it still does?
Yeah.
Huh.
Not that I try to do it nowadays, because now I do
Okay.
have The Sims 3 on Origin, and
Woohoo!
that's how I choose to launch the game.
Level a level. Haha!
Ooh, that's a nice. Now number 6, aspiration. Popularity. He's not popular at all. Turn ons and turn offs. I'm not dealing with that right now. Oh, never mind.
I do think you need to,
You need to turn it on to deal with it.
yeah.
Let's go with. This can make him a complete. Yeah, custom hair can just completely break it. Dang it. Just gonna pick something at random here because I don't want to deal with it. It's gonna be that one.
Imagine
boy.
disliking vampires.
Wheel boy. Just simply saying, yep, that's the one. Check. Now to name the... Should I start with just Wheel Boy or... Do I need something else?
You could.
Just
But
Wheel
I've
Boy.
noticed this game is actually quite complicated, or it can be quite complicated when you're juggling between a whole bunch of different sims. So just to get the hang of it, I would.
In that case, it's
suggest-
just simply Wheel Boy. Oh, wait, I need to give him a family name, so... John... Just Smith.
No, you know you should make the last name Boy and just shorten his name to Wheel.
Wheel Boy. Ah, yes. And here is my cousin. Boss Boy. The Boy family.
Man, who made this family? Kratos?
Boy! Wan, Roth, or Mackie. For sale. What's the cheapest? This. No, wait, this one. Click, and done. I think this is on my... It didn't take too long, I think. Woo! Woo!
So are you gonna redecorate your house or?
Let's first see if we can... Hey! Plant many tomatoes.
Oh, by the way, one of the first thing that happens when you load a game is you will get a free computer,
Oh yeah.
so you don't need to buy one. It was basically done to go like, hey, we're working on The Sims 3, so you can now play The Sims 3 and The Sims 2, even though it's totally not an accurate representation.
Let's see. Fears. Pass out is a fear. Let's lock that one in. I don't want him to pass out. Make a friend.
Nipple plant.
What are my needs? What are my needs? Simology tab. He needs to go take. Oh, here comes the newspaper. One thing I'm noticing is that the mouse is just very floaty.
Yeah.
Then again,
not
I
really
think
something you
that's-
can do anything about at the
I
moment.
think it's mouse acceleration and it's on. I think it's a case of just mouse acceleration and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I water the plants.
Ooh,
Oh, here comes a guy.
Web.
Humble. Yeah, right, hello. Yeah, right, you're humble.
I mean, he does give you the new computer.
Politics, campaign worker. 308 a day. Again, no more jobs available.
Ooh, Safube.
I'm taking this job.
Nice.
A new computer.
And if only it was that easy to get jobs in real life.
Yeah, imagine. It's not an accurate. Whoa. That's a machine.
Yep. And it comes with all the latest games, like The Sims 2.
Oh. 1,215. Play SX3 and The Sims free.
I do find it pretty interesting that you can just go out and buy new games in the game, and that they're all based on like other EA
Real
titles.
EA games. Yep. Whoa. Oh boy, welcome.
It's a
Greet
pretty,
everyone.
It's a pretty meta thing to do.
Web.
And like I quite like it.
I don't have
This is
much in
your-
here, but
Wala na. Wala na.
Rose Greenman. Dog! 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 Dog!
Scratching your bed.
Scold for destroying the furniture.
Oh, wala de
By the way, you didn't turn your computer off.
Oh yeah, that can also. Oh yeah, that doesn't
Because that
automatically
doesn't
happen.
happen automatically.
Not in this game.
Not that it matters, because it's not like you've got energy bills, just general bills, but like, come on. Especially back in those days, people would be a bit more careful about how they use their computers. You know, this was back then when people didn't yet have the habit of just leaving their computer on all night. I'm one of those people, but that doesn't mean that my sim should be.
Imagine if there was just the option to water.
I've got no clue what the point of plant sims is, though. I do know that they're a thing in the Sims 3 University as well. But, like, Why? What's the point of them? Was it just a staple thing they needed to add because the other one had it?
Ask to leave. Stop being a dick. Wow, Pepper's fast.
Why didn't you take a dog? Or are you not a dog person?
I don't know. I mean, I have cats here, so...
Yeah. Everybody knows that cats are superior.
Your pathfinding... Oh, The Sims 2's pathfinding is absolutely atrocious.
I still feel like The Sims 3 has the worst pathfinding of all.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well,
But,
boy.
of course, The Sims 3 is also a bit more advanced. So there's a lot more things that are taking place.
I have no fucking clue what they're talking about.
So The Sims 3 it stumbles more, but that's because there is more to stumble on.
Yeah.
What the hell is your character doing, by the way?
No clue. Laughing hysterically, apparently.
Ah,
Wait. The water tower says The Sims 2. Fish using worm. Not on an incline, bud. Not on an incline. You okay? And now we're fishing.
are they biting?
I don't know. I mean, any game with fishing in it is fun.
I wouldn't exactly say that. But a lot of the time it's an interesting pastime. It's just a problem if they make you do it,
If it's a requirement to progress.
if it's a requirement to progress. I still can't believe that it's only been a year ago
Since
that I actually finished that game.
Which one?
Sonic Adventure.
Ah, good old... Oh yeah, Big the Cat. Big the Cat!
It was such a shift in the formula. Why did they... Why?
Why? Good question, because I don't have a clue. It's quiet in the game, so I just want to turn on the music. There we go. Why? Where are the security settings?
On your computer? You
Yeah.
didn't need them back then.
Wheel has gained enthusiasm in nature. You can now go hiking. Dog. Dog, but hobby. Nature. And in The Sims 2, you could also not talk and do an activity.
There's a lot of things you could only do one at a time of.
Because Sims 3 was the one that introduced those simultaneous things. Ooh,
It did, and The Sims 4 really went with it.
yeah. Because there you could, in Sims 4, I think you can talk while having breakfast or...
Yeah, and in my case, you could watch TV while you're exercising. Which I don't know if it actually did anything, but... Or if it gave you any benefit, but like... It's the kind of thing that I would do.
I mean, I doubt it has any benefit.
Your fun meter doesn't deplete.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it means that your sim probably goes on for longer. I don't know. It's once again one of those things you could do, and it's pretty neat that you can do it. But it doesn't make you. It doesn't make me forgive you for not being The Sims 3.
Ooh, hunger. Have dinner, let's do a mac and cheese. What was the skills again?
Oh, it's at your work tab.
Oh, here, skills. It's like, yeah, cooking, mechanical, charisma.
Now, this is one thing I. Now, this is one thing I do find pretty good from The Sims 2. You actually just have. You can actually just see all the skills you could have. You could get any points in. Because The Sims 3 doesn't have that. In The Sims 3, you just have to know a certain skill exists.
Yeah, it just limits.
Yeah. So if you're like me, you try to have your sim master every skill, you're better off just looking up a guide. Which is kind of weird to say, a guide to play The Sims 3.
I think chess increases logic.
Yeah. But pretty much all the skills can be developed at a bookshelf.
Cannot talk because of...
Yeah, and you do have a bookshelf.
Where's... Oh, there I'm still... Yeah, right. Read book.
No, study is the one you need.
Study. Mechanical, cooking, cleaning. Does this do cooking? Yes.
Yeah.
You cannot hover over anything to do a fire safety. Let's study. Mechanical. The issue is my iPhone is right in the way of the panel. I need to get hygiene up, so after I'll take a shower. This and then sleep in pajamas. Friend.
So you mentioned you played the console versions of The Sims 2. What
Yeah.
other versions do you remember playing?
For Sims, yeah, on Sims 2 I had the Xbox version. Sims 3 I also had the Wii version of for Sims 3 I had the Wii version.
I've actually been meaning to play the Wii version. Like let's say inherited it from
disc?
my cousin, because like it's not like she was gonna play it anymore. And I was really curious about it because it was the one version of The Sims 3 that I didn't
Oh no,
have
hi.
at the time. Like I had the um I had the PS3 version, I had the PC version, of course. But the fun thing about the PS3 and Xbox 360 version was that they were the same. And
Yep.
I've always found it interesting that on The Sims 3 the versions are like all different. And then there's just the HD versions which are one and the same. Which I do get it because like, you know, it would be such a waste to develop a separate version if the PS3 doesn't have any limitations over the Xbox 360. But you were already making different versions for the DS and the
Yeah.
3DS and all the other.
I remember the
Like,
Wii
hell,
version of Sims 3 and the PS2, GameCube, Xbox 360, Xbox version of the Sims 2 had direct control.
Yeah. I still feel like they should have given you the option to do it in the modern Sims game. The Sims 4, there's one thing you can do which gets really close, and that's a first person mode, which you enable by pressing Shift Tab. When I discovered this the first time, I was playing the PS4 version of The Sims 4, so I thought it was a like console exclusive version. But when I pressed Shift Tab on the PC version, I discovered that it was there all along.
Yeah.
And I feel
That
like
sounds
many
like
people
something that
playing the game on Steam are more likely to discover it because they're more likely to press Shift Tab. Because, you know, Steam overlay.
Which is funny. Hey, it's a Borzoi, I think. Nope, never mind. Oh, the little pond out back is frozen.
Looks like it. I'm afraid that also means that your plants might be dormant.
Yeah, sickly, sickly, sickly.
What can you do with them?
They are marked as sickly right now. Tend.
Yeah.
A jalopy. It's a jalopy.
I also find it pretty interesting that in... Oh, you have a... Oh, I didn't know that was a mod. That
What
gives
mod?
you a reminder of your bills.
I think that's actually still I think that's native.
Nope.
Wait, that's a
It
mod?
ain't native. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
because the game originally doesn't remind you. It only reminds you when
You're overdue.
when you're overdue.
Which means
Now,
I
luckily-
probably installed quality of life mods during setup.
Yeah. Now, luckily, it's not like the moment you get the notification that you're overdue, they like immediately come to rob you of your stuff. But
You don't have
it
much
is-
time.
no. So whenever you see like the guy giving you giving you bills, just make a beeline.
Yeah, these tomato plants are marked as sickly right now.
Yeah. Just make sure you tend them when you get back from work.
Already have that scheduled. Time to study. Mechanical. Yeah, this ambrosial lemon tree is dormant.
Oh, also, one thing you might want to do, could you go to build mode?
Yes, I know the shortcut hasn't changed. It's still free.
You can make a parking lot for your house.
Garage. Here. Holy crap, that's big.
Okay, you don't. What if you move the tree?
This one.
I mean the tree on the left, no, the right. Like if you place that somewhere else, could you put it on the
Location out
No,
of
you
bounds.
couldn't. Okay,
Here it is. This one is
Yeah.
inbounds.
but it's less immersive because that one you cannot drive on the road. It just does a Sims 3 thing and teleport your sim in there.
Yeah, this one it's like that. I will
Unfortunately,
only be
there's-
able to fit it on the left.
Yeah. Well, you could, but you need to do some fiddling around. No, because if you're gonna improve your mechanic skill, there is a broken down car you can buy in the I think
Buy
in the
mode.
hobbies section
Yep, there.
of buy mode. No, that's a regular car. That's a regular car. Go back one.
Back up.
At the chest piece. The 3 dots.
Misk.
Yeah.
Shitty jalop. Shitty car.
You can
One man's junk for
you can
mechanically minded. $800.
You can fix up that car. And I do always like to take that one.
The non-deadly robot crafting station.
I think that's if you have the open to business expansion pack, because you can make items to sell.
And sell robots.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of stuff you could sell. Like the open to business expansion pack legitimately is one of the most in-depth business management sims you could get at the time. And it was just an expansion pack.
Is that axe throwing? Yes, it is axe throwing. What's this? Oh, that's a spinny.
Yeah, and that one's from Nightlife.
Work on. Let's start with the engine. Auto lights, all lights. I do like this keyboard.
Your keyboard or the one of your
It's nice
Sims?
and quiet. No, my Windows my keyboard on my main machine.
Ah,
It's nice and quiet compared to my old one.
I mean, a little bit of a keyboard is a bit loud. Though you don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was at one point a gag in the circle I was running around with back then, when it was like, oh yeah, we can tell Etchy is looking it up.
Just a loud click.
Yeah.
The old clicky clackies. However, I haven't seen anyone do any redeems yet today. I have a special one that's first.
What?
I have one of the redeems that's 1 channel point and it's called first. And there's only one available. It can only be redeemed once per stream. Hey, look, it's Rose again.
So, oh, fuck
No,
it.
Rose is not available right now. Rose, I'm not home. I'm at work.
So it's saying congratulations, you did it. Is there like anything else to it, or?
Wait, did that not? It didn't trigger on my end. Yeah, you can just send a message. You can also send a message with it, so that will just appear
No,
special.
it
on my
was just an action.
channel.
There was no message with it.
Really? Just send it then.
No. I'm sending you this.
What? Ah! Scrims. Sterling Phillips. Get him, boy. He is digging for treasure, huh?
Well, if he finds treasure, he should probably share it with you, because it's your soil.
There's a cat.
So pay your bills, man.
I'm currently tending to the plants.
Bills get priority.
Boy,
I mean, the song is called Bills, not Plants.
I got bills.
No, apparently you got plans.
Let me just fill this in as well. Wait, oh, comfort. I need comfort. Ah, he goes to sleep right away because comfort's that is at minimum. Pretty sure I set that one. I clicked recycle. Eesh, holy. Don't have to. They don't have. What he's doing?
He's working on the car.
Off.
And that is something that can happen. But the only thing that really happens when that happens is that your character gets a little bit dirty.
Let's see what this. He takes off the propeller hat when he's wearing his outdoor clothes. There we go, made a snow. Oh, made a little snow. Wait a moment, why are you doing it there? Why are you?
Was he naked while doing the dishes?
No, he's doing a sponge bath.
Ah.
And back to sleep I go. Back to sleep he goes. Little heel boy. Wheel has the day off today.
So many dogs attracted to your lot.
I don't know why. Okay, I should probably turn on the... I am so tempted to just activate the cheats.
Yeah, like when I was younger, max motives I would use all the time.
See? Full prop. Testing cheats through.
Oh no, testing cheats through is not a thing in this game.
Which one was it again?
In The Sims 3, it's testing cheats enabled through. In The Sims 4, it's testing cheats through. Probably because I realized that it's kind of redundant to have both enabled and true in your name, in your cheat.
One moment, let me
I
just
mean,
check.
if it's enabled, it's true, right?
If it's enabled,
why
it's
is it-
true, indeed.
So why do you have enabled and false? Doesn't make any sense. Kind of feels like a programming oversight or something.
Yeah, let me just...
But
I
to be
cannot
fair,
do
the
the
moment
Steam overlay
you're
on this.
using cheats, you're already kind of a bit doing programming. It just depends on what kind of cheat menu it is.
You can also do stretch skeleton.
Yeah. There's a lot of curious stuff you can do with cheats. But no, I was definitely the kind of person to just do the infinite money cheat.
Okay,
'Cause,
here
you
we
know,
go. Max motives. Turning on max motives, let's go.
Fortunately, there is no way to make your needs static like you can in the Sims 3. Because that's a kind of set it and forget it kind of cheat.
Yeah, that's for Sims. That was Sims 2. Oh, that was actually also Sims 3. That started happening in Sims
Yeah.
3. Don't know which one it
Yeah,
was for
and then
Sims
in-
1.
And then in The Sims 4, you also couldn't make your needs static.
You could only max them out.
Which is again another reason why 3 is the best Sims and I will not hear any other.
I mean, Sims 3 also is starting to break a little bit on PC, I think.
A little bit. The Sims 3 is a broken mess.
Always was,
There's no
always will
denying
be.
that. But it's a kind of broken mess that I personally am willing to deal with. Just because I grew up with it. And underneath you still have the most content, the most things you can do. And even though it being overly advanced is one of the things that turns people away, it is just the kind of thing that I personally am looking for.
Yep. I may have just set him going on cleaning. Why are you trying to make... I want you to learn, damn it.
How's your fun stat?
Hmm?
Or your social stat?
My social, let's see. Pretty good still. Study.
Yeah, because right now your sim is chatting with others.
Two days left in winter. For seasons, on the other hand, I think The Sims actually expanded on that in later revisions.
Yeah, they did. And in The Sims 3, you could, in the options menu, decide how long each individual season is.
Meaning you could
whenever
also
I-
just change the spring and just change the summer to be extra long.
Yeah, you could even disable certain seasons, which is something I like to do when I'm playing on a certain community map, which is based on Los Angeles, because
Which means you would lock
even
it to
though
summer.
Because even though winter still happens in Los Angeles,
It's still
I'm pretty
basically
sure winter
summer.
in Los Angeles doesn't have snow.
Yeah, that's basically still summer.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the weather is a bit bearable, but I don't know exactly how warm it gets during winter in Los Angeles. I've only been there in the summer, and let me tell you, it gets blazing hot.
And of course, I'm just gonna say, GTA 5 players, I think, know their way around LA as well.
Believe me, when I was in Los Angeles, and my father will confirm this, my brother and I were constantly going like, "Hey, look, that's a place from GTA 5." We recognize a lot of stuff from GTA 5, and it's actually quite pathetic looking back on it, because it means that we knew what those locations were in GTA 5. We didn't know what they actually were.
Yeah.
Hey, that's kind of why I'm trying to convince my father to go to LA again one of these days.
Oh, thank you for the
But-
follow, Sophia Yang.
But once I do that, I know for a fact my younger brother will be going along, and since he's really been into GTA 5, as you can attest, you know that
Yeah.
he's gonna be the one constantly bringing it up.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed with him.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not that it's really a complaint, because I know why. He's not a lighty. He cannot play those kinds of games when he's at home, so if he has the ability to, he really wants to get the most out of it. But unfortunately, he's yet to realize that there is more games in the world
Than just GTA 5.
I mean, hell, he still hasn't booted up Devil May Cry 5, for example, and that was a birthday gift.
That was an absolute banger.
Yeah. At the same time, I'm willing to let that one slide, because Devil May Cry can be a little bit unwelcoming to newcomers.
Yeah. Off to work.
But it just concerns me. It just concerns me that he hasn't even like booted
Touched
it
it.
up once. Like hasn't even given it a try. He also says that he tried to play Just Cause 3, which we kind of convinced him to buy because it was on sale. And he says that it's moving around that he doesn't like, but the movement is something you just get used to, right?
Hmm.
Kind of thing you adapt to. That's how you play games. You adapt to stuff.
You improvise, you adapt, you overcome.
But again, I could complain about it, and it's always with breath anyway. Because I did got him a computer for a reason, and there's definitely gonna be a point where he realizes that his interests lie further than just Grand Theft Auto. As a matter of fact, I already noticed he started playing games like Roblox, which, okay, is stereotypical kid stuff, but it's something.
At least it's not Grand Theft Auto.
Well, again, I don't have anything against him playing Grand Theft Auto, I just have something against him only playing one game.
Yeah.
And while I don't feel like, because it's something that Karma also called him out on.
He was obsessed.
But the problem with Karma is that Karma has his own games that he's like obsessed about. So, yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. It's he has a point for bringing it up, but he's not the one who gets to bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know for a fact that he's going to try to cram Monster Hunter down his throat every possibility he gets.
Good old
And-
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Monster Hunter, while it's not one of those games or franchises that I actively resent, it's one of those franchises where I actively don't give a fuck about it.
Sul.
And like I said, Karma has a tendency to bring it out all the goddamn time, and when people bring it up all the time, that's a moment where I do start to resent it.
Yep.
And I'm kind of noticing that starts to happen with Monster Hunter now. It's just one of those games I actively don't care about. I tried to play
That's
Monster
fine.
Hunter World on PS4. I didn't get into it.
Is there
I had
something
no
for
fucking clue how
irrigation?
to. I had no clue how to progress.
Is there something for watering the plants automatically?
No, I don't think so.
I swear there was something like that in another. No, not this one.
Also, did your plants die?
Yeah, they died.
Oof.
Trash panda! Trash panda! No, wait, that's not a trash panda.
You
That's
sure?
a cat. Kobe.
Oh. Well, I mean, aren't trash pandas just cats with faulty firmware?
Yeah, technically, but foxes are also just cat software on dog hardware. It's spring, and it's frozen, and the lake and the pond froze again.
Damn, your foxes are so cute. I wish they
Yeah,
were real.
foxes are cute.
Yeah.
then dispose of the plants. Water many. Do I have the day off? Yes, I do.
Also, now that we're talking about pets anyway, I may or may not have unintentionally taught Sarah a trick.
Oh, what have you done? What have you done?
Whenever I sit down at the dinner table, she immediately jumps on the chair on the opposite side. Because I've been, there were a couple of times where I just gave her treats when she was sitting next to me. So she now knows that if I sit down at the dinner table, she gets treats from just being near me.
Ah,
Like I'm telling you,
treats for-
that cat picks up a lot of things really fast, but she still needs to learn that I will not let her go out through the front door.
yeah. For us, we only let them out through the living room window into the catio, except for Frisk, who gets to go out through either entrance, because he's the only outdoor cat.
Wasn't that because one of your cats has a tendency to hunt?
No, one of them just came. One of the cats just swung by once and didn't leave.
I write something about your cat being a bit too social.
Yeah, one of them is a
Wasn't
bit too social, yeah.
Yeah.
Way too social.
I mean, I don't see how being too social is a problem. I mean, more cats is more better, right?
More, I mean, there is a limit.
Avla de Zav.
Yeah.
Gavav.
Look, as somebody who only has one cat, I do sometimes wish I had more. You know, in case I get bored of one or the other, or maybe they just do some cute stuff together. But the problem with Sarah is that she really, really doesn't play well with others.
Yep. I may have just given this guy too much.
She's a weird cat, alright? But again, at least I did teach her a bit of a trick. Depending on if you can even call it a trick.
Oh, phone.
Remember landlines?
Yeah, I do.
Remember when landlines would give you internet?
Ah, good old dial-up.
Like,
I remember when I mean, for mobile, I now usually keep my calls short.
I love jamming to the sound of
The old-
dial-up modem starting up.
Ah, yes, that's a classic.
Yeah. You know the. Man, that. I know people that got nostalgic over that. No clue what the sounds are supposed to represent,
That was
but to be fair, neither do I with modern music anyway.
Lunch meat sandwich. Just do max motives. Because I was starting to get,
Yeah.
I'm starting to get annoyed by just how little time my sim basically has.
Things go fast in The Sims 2, I've noticed.
Yeah, it just doesn't have enough time.
Yeah, there is a reward you can get, which makes your motives deplete slower. So if you go to the treasure box, the aspiration rewards, and on the left, the icon with the treasure box. Yeah.
Lifetime.
So with needs, you can have slow need decay.
Social and comfort can be done easily.
You can do all of them, but there is
Oh,
also
I
benefits to. There's also benefits to increasing your work benefits or popularity benefits. They've all got benefits.
Life of luxury can be grabbed because it's the only one I have.
Might as well.
There we go, got the lifetime aspiration bonuses done. There's also these. Wait, what's this? A money tree?
Yeah. But I wouldn't recommend it.
Not right now. Lifetime want is become become a celebrity chef.
Better to
this?
wait for your aspiration rewards until you got enough to get the young again potion. Because just like needs decaying quickly, your sim can also get old really fast once you lose track of things.
Yeah, like 24 days.
Yeah. Like in The Sims 3, I just disable aging altogether. Like
The
my sim
elixir
will
of
grow up
life, you
when-
mean?
My sim, yeah, my sim will grow up when I say they're ready to grow up.
I think that's the same case for The Sims 4.
Yeah, I think so too.
Now you, go take a hike.
Oh great, your sim found a gnome.
Should I put it outside?
Yeah, why not? I don't think the gnomes in this game are as obnoxious as they are in The Sims 3. Like in that game, when I get a gnome, I just immediately sell it because they tend to just teleport around all over the place, and I'm like, what's the point of this? Like, is it some sort of inside joke that I don't understand?
Blog about nature. Ooh, it broke.
Oh, you're working on your mechanical skill, right?
Yeah.
Might as well repair it.
I wanted to blog about nature.
Yeah, just let your sim update his MySpace profile. Or maybe it was one of those badasses who actually has like his own site and whatnot.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if... I mean, if... Back in those days, I wished I had my own site.
Yeah. No, I remember my my mother used to be pretty strict about my
Computer
social
usage.
media. So I was only allowed to have one to be on one platform at a time, and it just happened that Hive was the most popular one at the time.
Same here. Yes.
And I just think it's such a damn shame that I never even got to, be on services like MSN.
I
Because
mean,
I'm pretty sure that's where everybody was.
yeah, I also had an MSN. I also had an account. I mean, I had my Outlook, which meant I immediately also had access to MSN Messenger. But
Yeah.
oh, it was Hotmail back then.
Oh, was that when?
Yeah. No, my mother unfortunately was one of those people who was very
Strict.
concerned about online
Stranger danger.
security.
Oh,
And on one hand, I understand it, but on the other hand, you don't teach your child social media skills
By keeping them off
isolating them
By
from
keeping them
every
off
possible
social
platform.
media. Yeah,
And
you
it-
don't teach
it got
social
to-
media skills
it-
by keeping them off social media.
Yeah, it got to a point where I just wasn't allowed to use my main name for the longest time. Hell, I never technically even got the green light to just use my real name. I just at one point said, "Fuck you, mom. I'll do what I want," and then and from that moment on, I was always who I was.
Yep, that's the case.
And it's even something that people on Discord tend to bitch about to me, because they're like, "Why are you using your real name? Why is your real name on Steam? Why is your real name on Discord?" Because I'm open like that.
I just use my screen name for obvious reasons.
Yeah. I mean, I do get that, but I personally always feel like the moment you put yourself on the internet, and especially if you're doing stuff in content creation, people do need a name to tie to that
Refer to
specific
yourself
person,
by.
to that specific streamer. Otherwise, I mean, if something along the lines of drama were to happen and the person could just, vanish and start anew, that gives me a bit of a sour taste. And I do know that's a bit of a controversial opinion to have in the age of, VTubers and just general people wanting to stream but not want to put themselves out there.
Privacy reasons as well.
Yeah, but then I see VTubers who are like really big, and it's like, okay, this is the part you can put off the mask. There's no reason to hide yourself anymore because you've already made a name for yourself. So people aren't going to care what's underneath.
And here comes the car. There's the jalopy. That car is very much a consistent element.
Yeah, but all those stains, man, you gotta take that to the car wash at some point.
Get that car cleaned. Oh,
I mean,
those
while you're at
strawberries
it,
are
just-
happy.
While you're at it, just get a new car altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, what are you buying now?
I'm just checking.
Alright.
Maybe I should move my study area over here.
Maybe.
Padded egg chair, let's go. one for now. Let's grab a little desk. Oh no, wait, that's a mess. That one.
It doesn't snap, but if you go back to live mode, it will.
It will auto adjust.
Yeah, it will auto adjust.
Mr. Humble's computer. Add in a light fixture because that is needed up there. Maybe I should just do a desk lamp. Oh, wait, you can expand it. The only mod I actually haven't yet, the main mod that I have here is just
Oh, could you go to the folder icon?
this one. Oh!
Yeah, because you can filter by a couple of things, including what expansion pack or accessory pack something is from. Do you see an icon for IKEA accessories?
Don't know which one that is.
It has an IKEA logo on it.
There. IKEA.
Okay. So the pack
Mom.
is still in there.
Begriffste.
I do need to go to IKEA again one of these days.
Yeah,
I get-
IKEA is fun.
Well, no, I just mean that I need to get myself a new desk. Preferably something that actually can fit my computer.
Phone was ringing off the hook again. Phone was ringing on the hook again.
Even though they
callers.
desperately need to talk to you, they don't leave a fucking voicemail.
420, nice. No. Max motives.
Oh, you
I'm
can
not
just hit the
giving
up
him any-
arrow. You can just hit the up arrow
Wait, what? You can just...
in the cheat box.
Oh yeah, it's just... Oh yeah, it's like a command line interface. I keep forgetting that.
It is a command line interface.
I keep forgetting that it's just a regular command line interface. And that it has all those same quality of life features that are now standard on them.
Yeah.
I have turned off.
Did I tell you?
I have turned
Did
on
I
call
tell you by the
screening.
way? Did I tell you by the way that in the console version of The Sims 4, you can actually just hook up a keyboard and mouse and use cheats the regular way?
The old-fashioned way, yes.
Yeah.
It's honestly
Like,
a nice
I'm
feature that
telling you.
they. And that would only be that's probably only possible because the console makers now allow that.
I mean, why didn't they allow it?
Probably to incentivize people to use a controller.
I guess, but then I think to the PS2 version of Half-Life, where you could just use the keyboard and mouse.
And of course,
Yeah, but the console space was insanely different back then, so
yeah, plus modern consoles are basically just trimmed down PCs.
yeah.
I'm gonna piss people off with that, but I'm speaking truth here.
Yeah, I mean, isn't really that much denying. I mean,
Okay,
they
maybe
both
except for the
use-
Nintendo Switch, which is a cheapo Android tablet.
Yeah, I was about to say this. The Switch is a fucking clocked down Nvidia shield.
Exactly.
which kind of like, I know I made this weird statement before, but how would you feel if the Nintendo Switch was just a phone? A phone with a cartridge slot and you could slide controllers into.
If Nintendo actually supported that and actually made sure that all the features worked, I
mean,
wouldn't be
I
angry
think
about it at all.
I mean, think about it. The Switch is an ARM-based design, and nowadays there's
I
a higher
remember the
focus.
rumors that the Switch ran on would run on Android.
If only. But the Switch also has a higher emphasis on social play, which also makes me wonder, why the fuck haven't we got a 4 or 5G model?
Yeah, and why is Nintendo the only one that doesn't have Discord integrated?
Well, probably because they don't want to open the software too much. They've already got the modders for that anyway.
Yep.
If you have a certain revision, of course, which
The first revision, yeah.
not everybody has. Actually, I don't know. Do you have that version of the?
Yeah, I
of the
do.
model?
I have the one that has the RCM vulnerability.
Do you have a jig?
I think I do. I don't know where I put it anymore though.
Yeah.
So basically, I lost it. Plus, I'm obviously not gonna show that off on stream.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's illegal to mod your consoles.
I
But
just
I do
don't
know
want
that
Nintendo
if
after
you-
me for that.
Yeah. You only have to make one slip and they're on your ass.
Yep. It's why I've
Even
basically
though-
stopped with
even though-
Nintendo Wii U with Wii U games on stream
Yeah.
because mine is modded to use Pretendo Network now. So
Well, it's not like there's that many Wii U games to play anyway.
I mean, there is the original Splatoon, obviously.
There is, but I personally never cared about Splatoon, and I had that game bundled with my console alongside Mario Kart 8, which I also didn't really care about.
8 Deluxe, on the other hand, is peak.
It is, but I still feel like they should make a bundle now. I feel like nowadays, if you buy Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you should get the booster pack just free of charge with it. Because like the game has been on $60 limbo for long enough.
Nintendo never does price drops, remember?
They did on the Wii U. It was called Nintendo Selects.
Yeah, but they've stopped doing that now because they have a stick so far up their butt that it can't see this. It can see the sun again.
It's because they realize that it doesn't matter how absurd their game prices are. Parents are going to buy it for their kids, and
Nintendo
They
has
don't
that
care-
brand name recognition.
yeah, and they don't care about the budget gamers. They don't care about those who are, skeptical because oh, I don't know if I'll even enjoy this game.
Meanwhile, we have the
They're just like find around the hard way.
I think Xbox currently has a bit of a branding issue as well.
Well, Xbox has the issue where their games are undesirable because the physical games are undesirable because those who want to play them on Game Pass anyway.
And it's also the
because
case
they're-
where
But because they're Game Pass funded, a lot of games that get played once and then forgotten about are considered to be failures in their books. Hence what happened to Tango Gameworks and Arcane.
games with high replayability are absolutely essential, I'd say.
but they want the kind of games that players keep returning to. And on one hand, I get it, but on the other hand, where is Tango Gameworks Xbox?
Good question, because that one's basically, yeah, they've basically taken it out. They've taken, the Philly Spence has taken Tango out back.
Like, I'm telling you, it sucks to be a gamer right now, because you need to be mindful of who the company is you buy games from. So like, I could buy the season pass for the Saints Row reboot, but that means I'll... Oh no, wait, not the Saints Row reboot. I could buy Tomb Raider Trilogy, but if I do that, my money will go to Embracer, who buys up studios only to close them down just as quickly. I could buy from Microsoft, but they pretty much have a similar problem where they just buy a bunch of studios, and then once they cease to give them money,
Be of use.
they take it out back. I could buy a Ubisoft game, but they're apparently comfortable just yanking games from underneath people's
Libraries.
noses. I could purchase a Sony game, but they have a lot of anti-competitive behavior alongside some... Well, I personally don't mind the PSN account requirement, and I do feel like a lot of people are making it sound way bigger than it actually is, but it's still a problem, so let's put it on the list anyway.
Yeah, PlayStation kind of did a thing.
They did a thing, but I mean, once again, on the PC side of things, everybody
case of-
requires accounts.
Do they not want to?
So why is it a problem when PlayStation does it?
Because of the way they handled it. It's apparently their new CEO basically said, yeah, the reason we have the PlayStation account requirement is to incentivize people to buy a PS5. We're gonna release the first game of the series on PC as well, and that is to incentivize people to play sequels on PlayStation.
Hey, to be fair, that is something I called, and being perfectly honest, I think it's a brilliant business strategy.
It's a brilliant strategy. Man, let's hope. Who knows if it will pay off for them, though.
But no, the biggest problem the one thing I noticed with the PSN requirement bullshit, as some people call it, is that basically everybody is listing off the same points. And I could tell with like the majority of them that it's not the kind of thing they actually care about. It's just the kind of thing they list, so it sounds like they have a foot to stand on. Like, oh, PSN is blocked in this many regions, but
Yeah,
then you look at the person, the person's profile and you see that they're from like a region where
PSN is available.
PSN is available, and it's like you're just bitching for the sake of bitching. Like, with a lot of people, it really is just because they don't want to create yet another account. So they'll find excuses not to have to.
Personally, I would
And
say,
that,
yeah, you need to be smart with that. Not too many,
So
not too few.
so they list countries platform isn't available in, even though they are not from those regions.
Countries.
And it's a dickish thing to say, but you don't live in one of those countries, so get over with. But then then they say like, oh, but PSN has some major security concerns, and then they point to something that happened back in 2011. Like, PC security or server security has come a long way since then. And the most recent example is a alleged data leak, but that's something where Sony said they're investigating it, and it's not clear yet if there was ever anything regarding that. And even then, if you're that worried about, your data leaking, well, I've got news for you. Your data is already leaked, because that's just nature how things are nowadays.
Your data is already public.
And when I made my PSN account, I made sure to put it on my tertiary mail address. But for some reason, I still keep getting like spam mail on my main
Primary.
Outlook account. So like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I know that people are upset about it, and I need to be careful with my statement regarding this, but
Okay.
it really does feel like people are bitching for the sake of bitching.
Hella.
And if that makes me a double O consumer, so be it.
Consumer.
Yeah.
Let's go to the IKEA stuff. Because I need to grab
Hell
a
yeah.
couch. Nope, that's too wide. That's good enough. What action weather control fetch comedy?
Wow.
Telly.
I know there's a movie
Chavu.
which has some cats in there.
Still shows. Oh, he's take. Wait, you can actually just take an. You can just lounge on there,
Yeah.
and you can take a nap. Groups, manage groups. No, wait, that's not. That's an active thing. Let's see, sound mode. Yeah, that's good. Boom, sim. Alright, let's just give. Let's just chat.
Voilà, télé. Ouais, télé. Et voilà. Et voilà. Ça.
Just a little chat to get the social stat up. Clean. Use. Wash hands. And clean that one again.
Don't you have a car to finish?
Work on, body. Engine's good.
Yeah, so once you're done with working on the engine, there's an option to paint the car, and once you're done painting the car,
Paint.
that's when it's finished.
Blue. Why is it blue?
Dag.
Let's just do max motives. Let's get an alarm installed because that just in case.
Yeah, and because you marked your car with ownership, the carpool will no longer pick you up. So instead, you'll now get a notification of
Go to work.
go to work in an hour. So let's hope your sim isn't prone to oversleeping.
You know, if I say stop, if I say nobody, the carpool will come. You have a couch. You can sit there. You also have there a table and a desk. And you two still sit on the floor.
Sometimes the floor is pretty comfy.
Especially that carpet there.
I wish I had carpet instead of this stupid wooden floor. Which I only got because I was really into, like, wood back then. I don't even think it's real wood. And if it's real fake. What's that they have on the... Oh no, that's just a standard DVD.
And look, the DVD player is made by Maxis.
Nah, remember DVD players. Remember owning your media.
Work out. Why? Take a spin. Take it for a spin. Let's see what happens.
You were going on a Sunday drive, but by the time you got home it was Monday.
Today is Monday.
Piss off, Gandalf. I do find
Thunderstorm!
How popular they got just from like doing the same thing over and over again.
Expecting shit to change.
Also, if it's raining, you should not be watering your plants. It's like,
And
God,
that's a
but you're bad.
thunderstorm, which means this is dangerous. What my sim is doing here.
Why are the odds? I think the odds of you being struck by lightning are just as big as the odds of you being struck by lightning.
The odds of being struck by lightning are as big as the odds of being struck by lightning.
Yeah. You know, ka-chow.
Ciao. Wait, where's the
So long
wardrobe
since
again?
I've seen that movie.
End table. Bookshelf. Where's wardrobe? Better put a nightstand up. I should probably put a nightstand in there as well.
Yeah, get yourself that
Lack.
table.
Get a lack. A high throughput wireless alarm clock with free IP addresses in federal password protected firewall and 1 GB backup system. A 100-page manual and extremely limited technical support. Set the alarm and you'll never miss your wake-up call again. Tells time too.
Okay, to be fair, a 100-page manual, that's just a book.
Yeah, that's literally a book.
Like, remember when electronics devices came with complimentary books?
Yeah, I remember.
Nowadays they just make you go to a website, make you scan a code on your mobile.
Does this one have an alarm feature?
I'm not too sure. I guess you can try interacting with it, see what happens.
I'm gonna risk it.
I know the $60 one does have an alarm clock. I know it's not dollar, it's simoleon.
Yeah, simoleons.
Which is the one currency that has always kind of perplexed me, because I do not know what the exchange rate is.
Good question. Yeah, nobody knows. Idea. Grill time. What? Do we have a wardrobe here? Let's take this
Probably.
one. This one probably has a drawer. This one probably has a change into every day.
Yeah. That's right, you couldn't just do that from selecting a sim, could you?
Not anymore. What's this?
Klavu. Huh? Oh.
Fish using worm. Let's go fishing. What sort of vehicle is awesome customized car? I wonder if there's something that happens when you go fishing while there's a thunderstorm going on.
Probably nothing.
Goggles.
It's not like it's Stardew Valley when there's a specific kind of fish you can only get during thunderstorms.
Oh. At least Wheelboy hasn't been struck by lightning.
Yeah.
There.
I mean, again, what are the odds?
Odds are slim to none. And it paused again. Odd for bugs, 500 aspiration. In fact, let's do this.
Also, one thing I do find really interesting is that you've been streaming for over 2 hours and you haven't had a single crash whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised.
Also a bit careless, you should be saving quite a bit.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Especially when playing older games. Because, like, I've been trying to play this game on my laptop and it's been
I could probably
constant
share
crashing.
a tutorial.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
I think the key here is graphics rules and DXVK.
Yeah, well, the graphics rules I've changed to allow for higher resolutions, but that's pretty much the only change I've made.
In that case, I recommend DXVK on... Oh wait, you have a big little design.
A what design?
Oh yeah, your CPU is big little architecture, right?
Not on my laptop.
Oh.
On my desktop I've got a 13700 KF.
Yeah, that's
Well,
got a
on my
big little
laptop.
architecture.
But on my laptop I've just got a somewhat standard Ryzen 7 4800H and a 1650 graphics card.
Yeah. In that case, I would recommend using DXVK then to make sure. Just convert DirectX 9 over to Vulkan.
Yeah. I might even already have that.
I mean, you're on with your 1650. It's you don't need to use whatever the heck. You don't need to use DLSS or anything because this game can run on a potato.
Well, even if I had to use DLSS, I kind of have a internal rule set where I don't use DLSS whatsoever. Because, like, the marketing makes it believe that, oh, you don't notice a difference. You notice a difference.
Here, and in this case, where it's a very pixelated map, where the textures are very pixelated.
Well, even in non-pixelated games. like when I tried playing the when I played the demo version of Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, which by the way has me kind of hyped for the main game. Yeah, I do not like using DLSS whatsoever, and that
Because it's
game
fake
has
resolution?
because it's fake resolution and it just gets way too blurry. Like, again, I could tell when it's on, and that's not a good thing. I really don't like DLSS.
Yep.
But unfortunately, I kind of have to because the performance is terrible in the demo for a Solar Crown. You haven't tried the demo, have you?
No, I haven't. Everyone at work is trying to figure out a new piece of machinery and Wheel wanders into the break room. It seems the instructions have been lost. Should Wheel lead an attempt to put this thing together, sans instructions, or call the company to ask how it's done? Call the company. Instructions are important, especially for large, complex machines. Wheel decides to call the company to see if they can walk him through the basic steps. While on the phone, Wheel is able to direct people to efficiently putting the thing together. For his natural leadership ability, Wheel ends up with a promotion.
And the one thing I hate about this is that if you answer wrong, you could
Get fired.
you could get fired, you could get demoted, you could not get paid for that day. That's stupid. But you gave them the right answer, so
And
good
it
job.
means now I have more pay and a bonus.
Who knows? Maybe you could move out and get yourself a proper mansion.
Not with the 5 grand in the bank right now.
Hey, 5 grand used to be a lot back then.
By the way, you were the first subscriber.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Alright, Prime.
You had the
I
Prime
paid for a
table.
year of Prime, so I might as well just use it.
You paid for the year you're gonna use the year. Let's check my analytics. On the mobile app, Twitch is urging me to create Twitch stories, which I won't. Ah. Discord, why are you unstable? Discord, 64-bit client, it's still unstable as shit.
Sure.
It's a 64-bit client and it's still unstable as all get out.
Discord make a proper program challenge impossible. Also,
Yep.
it's funny that you mentioned Twitch stories or whatever the like
Term of
TikTok
it.
equivalent of Twitch is. Because
I think
there has been a small video I've been meaning to make. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Twitch stories is kind of equivalent to those to the same type of video on Instagram or
Yeah.
literally
Well,
any.
basically, I want to make a quick video on what I consider to be the worst quest of Fallout New Vegas. Because I kind of feel like I can make a quick video about that. And who knows, maybe if I get comfortable with the idea of doing shorts, I might do more of them. But the quest I'm talking about is the quest with Boone.
Go for a hike.
Like, you know the quest I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Everything.
The one where you try to uncover who sold Boone's wife.
Yeah, the one I
then
solved
it turns-
basically within minutes. One we solved within minutes.
Yeah. Like, how did you feel about that quest?
I felt bad about it because not much I can do.
Okay, but I mean more like the way you solved the murder.
It was
I
very
f-
much it was Holmes like, I think.
Well, I personally feel like the biggest problem about that quest, and the one thing I would mention in that video, is that there is only really one solution. Like, they set you up for a quest where you uncover a, well, not
crime.
murder, but it might as well be murder. But they only give you one answer. And for future playthroughs, you know who it is, you know how to solve it. And while on one hand, that's great because it means you can get Boone quicker, I kind of feel like the quest would be more effective if there was no definitive answer.
Yeah, that there was no one way to solve it.
So if there was a chance that you had the wrong person, I kind of feel like that is something that would not only make you think more about who you inevitably
Time to make spaghetti.
let Boone lose their mind, so to speak. Like, I just feel like the quest would have been more memorable if they did
Made
like
sure.
that.
If they actually made sure that it was. Let's lock that one in. And sleep in the pajamas.
I still find it so weird that there's an option of sleeping in underwear and sleeping in pajamas. Like, if you want to sleep in underwear, couldn't you just make your pajamas your underwear or just your sleepwear?
Exactly.
That's how the Sims
Why
3
give
does
you the
it.
option for sleepwear when you can just choose not to use it?
Okay, so then let me ask you a different question. What is the Sims game that you have the most memories of?
Obviously, Sims 3.
On the PC?
Yes.
Yeah. So do I. I might have started out with The Sims 2, but The Sims 3 really is where all of my memories are. And
Wait,
it
is
was completely out of nowhere. It was completely out of nowhere too when I got it. It was like, yeah, at one point my dad came in and he was carrying the game, and it was like, okay, I guess this is what I'm gonna play for the till the end of times.
Well, let me do it for you. Sell the fruit.
Sell the fruit. Oh, okay, okay. I
A
thought
lemon
you were about
tree.
to sell the tomatoes.
No, the tomatoes were all dead.
Ah, lovely.
Don't plant in winter. Even though it didn't look like winter, it was winter.
Yeah. Well, it could also just be like really cool. But actually, going to the build section, because I believe you can actually make greenhouses.
Hey! It's the main menu music. Shh. Roofing. Nope.
Are you sure there's no way to like I could swear there was a way to build greenhouses.
I don't think there is. Elevators, fence tool, awnings, column arches, pool. There is there is obviously an elevator. And you cannot do
Yeah,
basements.
imagine being so baller that you've got a fucking elevator.
In your home.
And the worst thing is that elevators are actually like really cheap in this game.
This action will flatten
For
your
an
entire lot
elevator,
to street
that
level.
is.
Are you sure you want to do that? No. Although that would open up this entire area for things to place things or build things.
Yeah. I mean, do you need a fishing pond?
No, not really.
I'll leave it up to you then.
No. What should I build? What should I build? Lol. Imagine being that baller. Couldn't be me.
Oh, you can make a greenhouse.
Wormst.
That's a good one because it doesn't.
Doesn't say.
Maybe the. Wait. Okay, let's just go one at a time. What are the options for walls?
Diagonal room, octagonal room, room tool, wall tool.
Okay, go on back.
Yes. Architecture.
What do you have with the watering can?
Garden center.
Yeah, what's in there?
Greenhouse wall in wood.
Okay, so that's just. Yeah, greenhouse wall, that's what you need then. Although I don't know if it works like it does in Stardew Valley. If it
big.
ignores the season it is.
Too big. I'll need to save up some money.
Do you know how much you'll exactly need?
I mean, a 7x1 is just 4,500 just building it onto the house. If I want to do it like this, like that, this big would be about 10,200. Per
Jesus,
one,
that's expensive.
per 1x1, it's about.
I'll
If I
find-
expand it diagonally. A 3x3 is just barely within my means.
So that's like 300
It's,
per
yeah.
300 per wall.
Yeah, it's 300 per wall. And the roof is... Oh, the roof is free.
That's actually one thing I've always found pretty hilarious, because if there's anything I know about building houses, it's that the roof is always the most expensive part. And here's The Sims going like, it's $3.99.
Hey, the Garden Spritzer 180 is actually a thing. There is this. But it's barely not covering the entirety.
Well, maybe if you reorganize it a bit.
I mean, I can. Let's just see if I can move it while I'm... Nope. I cannot move it while there's a plant.
Okay, so not in build mode, not in life mode.
Oh, nope. I'm not going to dispose of it yet. I am going to, however, water them.
I mean, there is move objects on you can use.
Will needs to be at work in an hour.
Then go on, Wheel. Go to work.
Businessman. Business boy. Oh no, wait, he's in the politics track. He is a lobbyist now. There
So
goes
what's
the
he
phone
lobbying
again.
for?
No clue. Wheels Consortium has asked him to meet with a member of the Senate and lobby him to vote against the Llama Land Preservation Bill. The bill would halt construction of a major intercity freeway that passes through a section of wildlife reserve. Wheel isn't sure how he feels about this task. He could do as he's told, or follow his conscience and secretly lobby in support of the bill.
This is the kind of thing that could get you fired, I think, if you answer wrongly.
Best choice here. He loves nature, so a wildlife reserve is the thing he would be for. I'm gonna risk it. Will takes the senator out for a lavish meal at Headman's Hideaway and outlines the interests of the group he represents. The senator is appalled by his claim if there are too many wild llamas in city anyway, and pledges to make her support the bill a major platform during her upcoming campaign for re-election. The next day, the senator announces her views, and Will loses a day's pay for his failure.
Could have been worse.
Could have been better.
Let's just roll with it.
At least it's a case of just... I didn't have to. I stuck with my scruples and...
It's a case of political immunity. Still got your job. He just didn't get paid.
I stick to my principles.
Well, don't. You'll live longer.
She's.
Wait, do you have anything planned to celebrate you becoming an affiliate?
What?
Did you have anything planned to celebrate you becoming an affiliate?
No, not really. Why, should I?
Well, I mean,
I don't
it depends.
really have the resources or time to do a subathon.
something you shouldn't do anyway. Because like that's always going to be turn out into disappointment. But I mean more like, you know, maybe you could play something like Jackbox or something. I would be down for that.
I wouldn't risk it on. I would never risk that.
Well, that's why you only played with friends and you don't leak the code. I just figured I'd throw some ideas around, you know.
I don't really have any Jackbox games though, except for Jackbox Party Pack 2 on my Switch, which, as far as I know, doesn't have a streaming mode.
Out of all the packs you could have, you got the worst one. No, but if it's needed, I could host it myself.
I mean, that's true. Yeah! It crashed!
First time.
Yahoo!
Hey, you know the best thing about The Sims? There's no autosave.
I got fucked.
Or there kind of is, but it only autosaves if you go to a different loft. Or a different lot.
That went wrong. That went completely wrong.
Yeah. But, you know, it is what it is.
Heck, the XP mod I'm using right now is also enables borderless window.
Okay, that's actually something I need to check out on my laptop then. Because one problem that I have with my laptop is that, and it's kind of a weird and unique problem that I think only I really have. Did I tell you about it? That my laptop has a 120 hertz screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't have a 60 hertz mode. So a lot of older games, like The Sims 2,
Don't know what to do with it.
I cannot play on it. It just gives me an error notification because it doesn't have a proper resolution. Because the resolution it wants to create is, I think, 480p at 60 hertz. But I don't have 60 hertz. I only have 120.
Which makes it annoying.
And I've had no way to solve this. I don't know if there is a way, because I tried adding a custom resolution, but that gives me the same result. So if I play The Sims 2, I can only play it on windowed, and it doesn't have like high resolution. It only has 640 by 480 if I play it windowed. So borderless window is the kind of thing I do really feel like I need to get, because that always gives me luck.
Yeah, I'm changing
Or
this
maybe
to
not
wheel
luck,
boy.
but my odds are pretty high with borderless window.
Mm-hmm.
If it's possible, always borderless window.
There we go. Max motives.
You're a cheater.
I just don't like how tedious the management of that is.
Yeah.
And don't we all cheat on The Sims? They usually say that
mean,
lightning doesn't strike the same spot twice. Here it did.
Look, the main reason why I cheat in The Sims 3 is Because I kind of have to. Because if it wasn't for testing cheats enabled through, I couldn't reset my Sims when they inevitably get stuck.
And that's an inevitability then.
Yeah. Because again, the game is way more advanced. And because of that, the game is way more prone to get confused and I
The
don't
game
know.
is way more.
confused.
Yeah.
Like what's the meme that some character in RPG is confused and what was it? Threw money away?
Yeah. Think so? Oi.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't play RPGs. Well, I was tempted to pick up Shin Megami Tensei Vengeance. Now that it's on Steam.
That's how it's supposed to work. Wada wada. The lobbyist is. Now get this man struck by lightning. Let's see what happens. Energy, bladder, hunger. 2 days left in spring. Summer's almost here. Oh no, wait, there is no summer. Literally spring, fall, winter. Spring, autumn, winter.
Wait, you sure there's no summer?
It said it. I see 2 snowflakes. There's 2. There is no summer.
Well, that's weird. Also, do you remember that old vine of somebody seeing a leaf fall and they staple it back to the tree and say summer isn't over? Do you remember that vine?
Summer's not over yet, bud.
No, I don't think that's what I'm talking about. But it was a pretty funny vine. I remember.
Oh no, all my plants are soaked.
Oh no, your plants have the one thing they need to survive.
Why do you lounge? Oh, that was close. Bugs.
Have them? Nezebou govlem.
Enthusiasm. Spray the bugs away. Sell the fruit. And then I go to sleep. Hmm? Yeah? Okay. I think this is about the
Family's calling.
Yep, I think this is about the time to call it.
I should probably go to the store myself.
So yeah. There we have it. I'll get on making the schedule for next week. I have some more days available, so I can do stuff.
Stuff
Oh.
is good.
Good night, everyone.
See ya.
Bye bye.